Hey YouTube's Josh here with Tier 1 Survival, and I'm sure as a lot of you that have watched my videos are outdoorsmen, you're also into shooting. This here is my AR-15 chambered in 5.45 by 3.9, the Russian equivalent to the 5.56 223. I shoot a lot of corrosive Russian surplus ammo, and one problem that I was having for the longest time is no matter how much I cleaned my gun, a few weeks later there would be corrosion even after I cleaned the rifle. So after shooting a bunch, the Russian surplus ammo is corrosive, and it's the primer that's corrosive salt in there. And even I've cleaned it with rim oil, brushed it down with a metal brush similar to this, only this one's plastic. But even after a few weeks, I'd go and check the gun, and the piston system is actually seized up and won't fire correctly. And after probably 6 months of this, I finally got tired of it, and I've done some research, and using a glass cleaner with ammonia works really well. The ammonia actually counteracts and nullifies the effects of the corrosive salt in there. But so I'm just going to break down and just kind of show you how to clean an AR-15 piston system with the ammonia. So this is an Adams Arms piston upper AR-15. Okay, so here's my Adams Arms AR-15 upper. It's a piston system, and I like this system really well, especially with shooting corrosive ammo. And what happens is, here you have the piston block, and normally it's a gas tube that travels all the way back to the receiver, and the gas will come back and cycle the bolt, which will extract the round and chamber a new round. So you get all that gas and all the powder, unburnt powder, that comes back in here, and your receiver gets really hot, really dirty. But with the piston system, what happens is you've got your piston rod, and this part goes into the piston block, and what happens is the gas comes up into the hole and travels down and actually cycles the piston, so no gas comes back into the receiver. And that's really great when you're shooting corrosive ammo, so you don't have the corrosive gases and everything coming back into here. The main thing you have to worry about is right here at your gas block in your barrel, because all the gases are traveling down your barrel, and also on the bolt itself, just where it extracts the round at. I've had just a little bit of corrosion, not much, but the main place that I get a lot of the corrosion, and I don't know how well you can see that. You can see the little rust there. There we go. That's all the corrosion there. And what will happen is it'll actually seize inside the piston rod. And there's just a little hole that it seizes up in. So setting the rifle aside, what I like to do first off with these, I always recommend using latex gloves or some kind of gloves. Also, it keeps the cleaning chemicals off your hand, but when you're done cleaning your rifle and you go to grab the rifle and put it in the gun safe or what have you, you leave your hand oils on the gun. And I actually did that to a rifle of mine. I left it in there. A couple months later I came back and I had a handprint on my barrel. It took forever to get all that surface rust off. So what I do, just turn it on, and I just spray it down. Actually, I spray it pretty well. So I just turn it on first. So I just take it in my hand and I soak it down pretty good. I'm sure just a light spritzing would do, but I'm not for sure where my metal brush is, but the plastic bristle brush will do just fine, and it'll also keep everything from corroding and continuing to corrode. And so now I'm just cleaning it off, cleaning the corrosion off of there. But once you have that off, the ammonia actually stops all of the reaction, and so you won't, even after you clean the rifle, the first time I did this, I cleaned it and left it out and left the piston system apart from the rifle, and 2 weeks later came back and there was no corrosion, and I was actually really impressed with it. Another thing I like to use while cleaning, Q-tips. They work great. Get it in the tight holes, I just take two, push it down in there, and just twist. You can see all that gunk come out. And of course, I shot this rifle, let's see, today's Sunday, so 2 Thursdays ago I shot this rifle, and I let it sit and actually get some corrosion on here for this video. I usually, especially with the 5.45 corrosive ammo, I clean it right away as soon as I get home. But even still, you can see there's still some on there. But I have a 9mm bore snake that actually works perfect, going down in there and just twisting. It actually cleans it out really well. Now after I've cleaned everything really well, I'll actually go back through and use my rim oil to really clean them and wipe them down to make sure they're well lubricated. And then also what I do, because of the gas block here, a lot of the gases will come into there, and I just spray it down in there. And I have a 40 caliber, sorry, not 40mm, that'd be huge, 40 caliber bore brush that actually works perfect. And I just take it and just stick it down in there, run down there 3 or 4 times. And I also spray the inside of where the locking nuts come together when the bolt is forward. I'll spray it in there and spray down the barrel, and then just will keep anything from corroding as it goes down the barrel. And also at my muzzle brake too, I spray that down because, you know, there are some gases that do escape from there. But another great thing is no gas comes back into the receiver. It all comes out from the gas block after the piston came back and cycled the new round. But this is Josh with Tier 1 Survival. I hope you guys have liked my video on cleaning my Adams Arms AR-15 5.45x3.9. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and see you in my next video.